Hi, my name is Gabriela and today we are going to talk about bar exam. As I said before on my previous speech, I'm Brazilian and I used to work as an attorney in Brazil. So I moved to United States 2 years ago, and why I'm not working as an attorney here in the United States? This is because to work as a lawyer here, I should pass in the bar exam. That is a requirement that's mandatory for every person who study law and want to work as an attorney here in the United States. But the point is the bar exam really necessary? It's like fair or appropriate requirement? I don't think so. And today I'm going to give you some reasons that I don't believe the bar exam is the best option. First, the first point is, for example, for people like me, and I had almost 15 years working as attorney in Brazil. Is that fair to prove my competence again after all these years? So I think it's kind of like, it's not a rigor. It's not like the best way to test the competence. It's like a redundancy, you know. The second reason is because we are wasting talents here in the United States, because attorneys from other country, they have multilingual skills, they have cross-border expertise, they have different perspectives and traditions that United States could use, you know, could take advantage of all these points. So I don't think it's like it works, because it's just an administrative barrier, the bar exam is. So the third reason is something called reciprocity system, because as we know, each state in the United States have their own law. Each state had their each state have their own laws. So as we know, like the laws here in Illinois is different from the laws from New York, for example. And there is something called reciprocity. For example, if I'm an attorney here in Illinois, for some states I don't need to retake the bar exam. I can start working without need to pass again in the bar exam. Some states like Alabama, Colorado, Illinois, Indiana, they adopted this reciprocity system, and you just need to demonstrate that for the last 5 years you already worked as an attorney for at least 3 years. The fourth reason I gave to you is the cost. The bar exam is a very expensive exam. This is because you don't need to pay just for the exam. We need to pay additional costs for example, they have something called character and fitness. It's basically an investigation they do to check if you have moral, you have ethical integrity to be an attorney in the United States. And this is investigation, they like depends of the states, like can be expensive, can be less expensive, but it's something around 600 and 500. So just for the character and fitness, you need to pay that much. And the bar exam, it's something that depends of the state. For example, here in Illinois, it's one of the most expensive states. The cost of the bar exam is $1,200, On the other hand, New York, the cost is just $215. And the most expensive is Delaware, that you need to pay just for the bar exam $1,800 to make the exam. And you still have to pay other costs. For example, to use the laptop for the exam, you need to pay $112. So you are going to spend more than $2,000 just to make the bar exam. So it's very expensive, especially for a person who came to the United States and don't have any job already. So, for example, when I first came here, my husband helped me a lot before I started working. So how could I pay all that money? It's crazy. So we did a survey last week. I did a survey about this topic, and most of the people who answered the survey, they really agree the bar exam is a good option. But I didn't give them all those reasons we are talking about and more we're talking about. And the other concern was, for example, they were like, oh, how can a person be a good professional if the laws are different, the language are different? So it was a concern. So I think the better answer is not the bar exam. For some areas, you just need to take what they call a bridge exam. So basically, it's not like bar, but you need to make a course like who help you to fill the gaps. For example, engineers, doctors, they have that option to do a bridge program to start working here in the United States. So I think it should be the best option. So let's put everything together now. We already proved that bar exam ignores proof of competence. That we already saw that the bar exam completely ignores all the competence you built for all the years of experience you had before moving to the United States. They waste talent because people from other countries can bring expertise, different languages, different experiences with different people and traditions. Maybe these people can work with as an immigration lawyers. So the another reason, it's because it goes against the reciprocity system. So why, for example, why people from different countries or different states can work with different types of law, just because here inside the United States we have the reciprocity, and people from another country cannot work with different laws here. So it doesn't make any sense to me. And last and finally, but not less important, is the cost. It's like crazy. You need to spend almost $2,000 to pay to make the bar exam. So it doesn't make sense. I think it's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and that's why I choose to work as a paralegal here, because you don't need to pass the bar exam for that. And that's it.